robot that we want to give out to all our clients for free, like an entry level one.
Right.
That we want to give out for free. So everybody that comes to War Room, we don't want money from you. We just
It tells you the day before a news event based on statistics
Yeah.
of what is projected to be for the NFP from past to present.
I wouldn't advise anybody, just cold turkey quitting their jobs or disclosing their businesses down and going into full-time trading. Use it more as an investment tool, not something to just completely live.
Prior to me becoming the manager, I started off as a supervisor, small, but I climbed up because of the knowledge and how I could do my job. But what had happened was during COVID, they obviously started retrenching people because there was no import and export coming in to South Africa at the time. So they had to start from obviously the people that they were paying the highest.
Yeah.
So I was the manager of the Durban branch. So I got retrenched. So when I heard about Forex,
The other side that you guys didn't see was the financial side that I was struggling, and it was not just finances that I was struggling with. It was more psychology that I was struggling with.
Okay. Taking
So-
those big knocks, I'm sure it was being.
Yeah, and then the pressure of trading to live is not a joke, especially if you're married and you have overheads, house, car, kids, school fees. It got to a point where I was like, is the trading thing for me? I know my wife is qualified teacher. We were looking at, I don't know if I spoke about this before, but we were looking at work, and then nothing happens. And then you keep working, nothing happens. And then eventually that one big trade happens, and then
All of a sudden, everything changes.
everything changes. So you gotta remember that moment and draw on that moment in times of difficulty. So when I had that moment with Dre, that was obviously a big moment for him as well. In the future, every time we were going through a bad patch, I'll say, you know what, remember that 100 grand trade?
with the present times, which is the future.
Yeah.
Like if you look at what's the fastest growing thing right now at the moment is AI. AI is changing everyday lives. It's in everything. It's in your phone. You have ChatGPT that, damn, it can do anything for you.
Yeah.
So I would say in saying that we need to incorporate that into trading.
Hey guys, welcome back to War Room Talk. We're in the 2025 season and we joined with our favorite, Jay and Dre. Gentlemen, thanks for being here today. Compliments for the new season. We got some big plans for the season for War Room Talk, FX War Room, HFM as well. But before we get into it, we always spoke to other traders on this channel, but we never got to speak to you guys individually. So let's just speak a little bit about yourselves, how you guys grew up, how you guys got into trading, and well, we all want to know how both of you guys created FX War Room.
So Dre and I have been friends from, well, you can call us childhood friends. We grew up in the same area, and we shared a lot of experiences together. So the bond of friendship was always there from a young age. So you know my story. We obviously started a different trading company in the past. I had a fabric warehouse, and we started dabbling in Forex then. You were one of my first students for that company. And, we had an office at the back of our warehouse, which we call the War Room. So when that business or that side of my business closed down and I decided to go full-time into Forex, it was only natural that we named a new company FX War Room. And during that time is the time I was like speaking to Dre about trading. In fact, he got into trading after me on his own. Yeah. Like he knew that I was into trading and I was trading. And he used to ask me questions about it, and I was always telling me, bro, pull through. I'll teach you what I know.
So when you sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
When you obviously I was there, you were teaching me and that stuff. At
Yeah.
that time, were you still in conversation with Dre, speaking about trading?
Not really.
Not really.
If from what I remember, I was working at the time somewhere else, and I would in Richards Bay, and I was always checking Jay's his stories, and it was always trades, bro. So I used to message him and say, damn, your trades are fire.
Check that
You need to,
McDonald's trade too.
yeah. I used to tell him, no, this was way before that.
before
So I was
that, yeah?
telling him, what, you need to show me like how you do this thing. And he always said, bro, pull through, I'll show you. And at that time, I think he had a seminar that he was planning to have. So he said, no, pull through, we're having a seminar. But the problem was I was too busy at the time, so I never really went. But in the background, I was dabbling with it on my own. So I had MetaTrader
playing around
and I was playing around with it. So I was developing my own kind of style to trading, but I never really get to go to Jay, but I used to always ask Jay questions.
Okay.
Always ask him, yeah.
So something like that. Now you say you're dabbling around with it. What, like, where did you learn? Like, were you on YouTube, or you went and researched some stuff, or you went on courses?
I checked YouTube, but on YouTube, bro, honestly,
Too much.
it was too complicated for me. I didn't understand what the heck was going on there. So I remember the first time, I think I downloaded the app, put like 500 Rand, and I was just messing around trading, opening like a 0.01, seeing what profit it goes into, what loss it goes into, then opening like a 0.05 on gold, and then seeing, okay, it's making a little bit more money. Just dabbling around in a sense where I was learning what's a lot size.
Yeah, so like beginner stuff. Like,
Beginner stuff.
yeah.
Completely
Okay.
beginner stuff, yeah.
So then you two obviously came together, created FX War Room. But before creating all of that, what was the conversation? Or how did it be like, okay, let's start this company?
It wasn't a conversation like we're gonna just start a company. It was something that happened like more organically, because when I left the warehouse and we decided to open up FX War Room, it wasn't where it was something we spoke about and we planned within our group chat. So there was a group chat with like 10 of us that we had a WhatsApp group called FX War Room, or we just call it War Room. I think it was just called War Room. And within that chat now we were planning. We were like, hey, you know what, we want to launch this company, whatever it is. But it was just a group chat.
Sure.
So we did launch it at first. Like we made like signal groups and stuff.
This was while you had the fabric business, or
No,
after
this
you
was way
closed?
after. This
Okay.
is how we closed. The old company was Trading Nation Capital.
Yes.
That thing closed.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The warehouse closed. Trading Nation Capital closed. The guys that I was involved with that, their mentality was more 9 to 5 job kind of mentality, which isn't the way I operate. You know this.
Yeah.
Like when you first met me, you kind of had that mentality, but I always pushed a different agenda with you, right? So that obviously dissolved, and they went and they got their jobs, and they're doing well for themselves.
That's good.
Yeah, and then I went the more risky route and said, listen, I'm gonna devote my life to this forex thing, and we're putting it all on the line. So I stopped everything else. There was no other source of income, and it was just forex. So the pressure was there to obviously launch our FX War Room. Like I wanted everything to happen fast, but I knew it wasn't going to happen fast. Because from experience, I know when you start a small business, it's not just a success. It starts small, and then you slowly chip away at it, or you have specific goals for turnover, and then every month the turnover increases, and naturally and organically it'll grow.
Yep. Okay, so before you go any further, Dre, for instance, like you mentioned that you were working, and now you're a full-time trader. And this question for you as well: what goes through your mind for you as a business owner to close your business, and for you as a good job? What goes through your mind? Be like, you know what, I want to leave work, and this is what I'm going to do. Because as you said, it's a full-time job. Trading is a full-time job. It's all you banking on. All your. It's not like a 9 to 5 where you're getting paid the same amount every month. Every month, some months are very good in trading, some months are very bad, but it all adds up and it's profitable overall. So, what was the mindset of leaving work and say, you know what, I need to make this work? Let's start with you, Dre.
Okay, bro, with me, it wasn't so much a choice. I didn't say I was going to leave work and become a forex trader. The job that I had and how I grew to the position that I was at was based off just skill and what I've learned. So I was a manager of an import and export company. We used to do import and export for explosives for the mines in Johannesburg. But prior to me becoming the manager, I started off as a supervisor, small, but I climbed up because of the knowledge and how I could do my job. But But what had happened was during COVID, they obviously started retrenching people because there was no import and export coming in to South Africa at the time. So they had to start from obviously the people that they were paying the highest.
Yeah.
So I was the manager of the Durban branch. So I got retrenched. So when I heard about Forex, and obviously I saw it on Jay's status and I saw him trading and stuff, it interested me because I could see profits there. And I always wondered, how is this guy doing this? So that's when I started messing around with it on my own. And in the interim of me asking him the questions and stuff, it got to a point where I learned something on my own. To a point where I wanted to show Amjad now, look,
What you know.
look at what I learned now. So I would send him screenshots of me in a trade. Obviously, we're going to put these screenshots up on the podcast just for you guys to see. But I would send him screenshots of 500 Rand accounts floating like 4,000 or 5,000 Rand profit, 6,000 Rand profit. I was flipping, and that's what intrigued him. And that's when he said, hey, Dre, where you learned this,
Because my style of trading was not like that. My style of trading was using larger capital and just trading. Yeah. Yeah, like so when I started seeing like small account flips to large amounts, this is like real skill. It's not easy to do what he's doing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And especially on a consistent basis like what he was doing.
So you're taking like 500, so you're making like 1,000% on
So
an
like
account.
on maybe he's looking at me like I have all this knowledge and he wanted to learn from me. When I was seeing those things, I was like, okay, this guy also has knowledge. I need to learn from him. Yeah. But
that's basically where we started speaking to each other constantly now
Yeah.
about Forex.
because now I'm sharing my trades, he's sharing his trades, and
So how
that's how
did
it
you
was.
learn about Forex?
So I learned about Forex. We had the fabric warehouse. I got exposed to Forex by the guys that were obviously working with me.
Okay.
And then we started dabbling in Forex. And I took a few courses. I learned about Forex. I got my certificate as a qualified trader. I used a website. I mentioned this before, Wise Trade.
Yeah.
So this taught me a lot of technical analysis.
Okay.
And from there, we developed that company. We started taking on students. I started teaching people what I know.
Yeah.
And I was running the business. So going back to your question, I was running my fabric business and trading Forex on the side. I was making money with Forex from normal trading and from news event trading. So when my fabric business was going down, and it was actually costing me money to run that business, my mindset was, okay, let me close down this big warehouse with all this overhead, scale down to a smaller warehouse, because I had two warehouses. I had one in Stanger, the big one, and I had a smaller branch in Isitebe.
Oh, yes.
So I was like, okay, let's shut down this one. I have money kept aside for Forex trading. We can make money there with Forex trading. And if I keep that small satellite warehouse, small warehouse running, that can cover my overhead.
You roll some money over.
So yeah, so then the stress will be gone. So that was my mentality to go into this Forex thing and take it seriously.
Sure.
I wasn't like just cold turkey, shut everything down, let's just do Forex. No. I said, okay, let's scale everything down. I'll keep the small warehouse to cover my expenses, and then I'll trade on the side and I'll be fine. Because I don't want to get myself into like a worse situation.
Yeah, where you got no capital to buy stock, and then you got no
if I
money
didn't
to
run
buy.
that
Yeah.
business, it was digging me into a hole.
Right.
That was bad. I could see this
I'm sorry to say.
digging into a hole. Unfortunately, things didn't play out the way I thought it was going to play out. So I did make the transition. I moved home. We moved the office, the Forex office, into one of my outbuildings. Not outbuildings. I got two units. So the downstairs unit, we turned that into an office. I said I'll work from home, and then we'll run the Isitebe branch, run the fabric warehouse. And then a few months in, that's when the shit hit the fan, because that Isitebe warehouse, the guys, they ended up breaking into the
I
place.
remember that story.
Yeah. So whatever stock I had in the Stanger warehouse, I moved it there. I said we're gonna run. So I was going back into my bad habits and trading full margin. So I was like putting 50,000, going full margin, and then those losses that I took, obviously, my capital took damage. From 150 grand that I had for trading set aside, now I'm left with 100 grand. And then I took a few more bad trades, and then I'm left with 50 grand. And then to try and make enough profits to cover expenses with just 50 grand is it's hard.
It's hard. Yeah.
And then it kept on, chipping away, and the situation got bad. So I wouldn't advise anybody, just cold turkey quitting their jobs, or just closing their businesses down and go into full-time
true.
trading. Use it more as an investment tool, not something to just completely live off.
Use it as like a sideline income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start there, and then you slowly grow, because there's psychological levels for everything.
Mm.
So yes, when I had a backing, like my business, for example, when I was trading and I had my business, if I took a knock, I know I had my business there to cover my expenses.
Yeah.
And I was using trading like an investment tool.
Okay.
And then when I lost everything else and I had to fully rely on trading, there's psychology that's involved and discipline. You can't be reckless with your money. You got to respect it, because if you don't
Sure.
respect it, it'll bankrupt you.
100%. Yeah.
So while all of this was happening, we had our WhatsApp group and we were discussing War Room, and we started signal groups. Dre was giving signals, I was giving signals. That time I don't think you were in it.
No, I was still learning, I think, at that time.
Akil wasn't there, Mo wasn't there. It was just us, and we were doing it for free.
Okay.
It was just one free group. We had
Just
one
amongst
Telegram
us.
free group.
Oh, so you guys are sending signals just amongst you guys?
No, at first it was just amongst us on our WhatsApp group.
Okay.
And then we launched like a proper FX War Room Telegram group.
Ah,
And then it was
okay.
just like, the free group that we have,
yeah.
thousands of people in.
Yeah.
So that group now, we were just sending free signals there.
Oh, okay.
Instead of us
Very nice.
sharing our signals within our WhatsApp group,
Sure.
we said, okay, let's just start this Telegram group. Let's share signals in there.
Mm.
So that's what we did. But there wasn't a real talk of, okay, let's do this like a proper company thing.
Yeah.
Like, not yet.
But people were making money, bro.
Yeah,
That's
people-
when we
yeah, yeah.
realized,
Yeah,
clients
people-
would reach back, or not clients, people would reach back out to us and tell us, you know what, thank you so much. We've made
The
X
free,
and
yeah.
X amount of money. We really appreciate it. You're changing lives, and
Yeah.
Yeah, and at this time we were just trading all in our old trading styles. People were using different setups. There was no strategy. And then obviously I was still doing my mentorship on the side, where I had you guys, and then Akil joined, and then Mo joined,
joined,
and
yeah.
then Rushil joined, and
Yeah.
everybody else.
We had a big
We
class.
had like
Yeah.
a class there. And obviously I had the knowledge and the skill set, because my background was from a few courses. My mentor was Mashai 714, so I had all of that. That skill set was there. But obviously, the other side that you guys didn't see was the financial side that I was struggling. And it was not just finances that I was struggling with. It was more psychology that I was struggling with.
Okay. Taking those
So-
big knocks, I'm sure it must have been.
Yeah, and then the pressure of trading to live is not a joke, especially if you're married and you have overheads, house, car, kids, school fees.
Yeah, the list
Everybody
goes
can
on, yeah.
relate to what I'm talking about, because even if you have a job, you still have those things that you need to pay for. So imagine having a job, having all these bills to sort out, and then you lose your job.
And then with trading, you don't know how much you're actually gonna make.
Yeah.
Because the markets are very unpredictable.
Yeah. So at that point, it forced us. Well, it forced me to really look at the way I trade, to really look at what I want to do. Whether it got to a point where I was like, is the trading thing for me? I know my wife is qualified teacher. We were looking at I don't know if I spoke about this before, but we were looking at like moving to Dubai. She was applying for jobs to become like an English teacher on that
Yes,
side.
yeah, yeah.
And I was thinking about, let me just, I have this whole property. There's like 3 units here. I'll put everything up for rent. It'll cover all my bonds and whatever it is. And I'll just fucking move. Let's just move to Dubai and
Dubai.
start fresh. I got nothing here for me.
Yeah.
All the people that I was speaking to before were not speaking to me anymore. It was just me, Dre. It was just me and Dre.
Yeah.
He was my only friend that I had. Everybody else stopped talking to me. And then I was thinking to myself, let me just leave and start fresh somewhere else. Like even my mother, she could see that I was struggling. But I just always tell her, what, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I was really thinking about, like even job opportunities were coming to her. And then we were like going through the salaries and thinking like, okay, they're going to cover housing allowance. They're going to cover this, they're going to cover that.
Yeah.
Schooling allowance for the kids. So we were really thinking
So
about
good opportunities were there for you as well.
Yeah, because I was thinking, let me just move to Dubai. My wife will get a job. At least my kids will go to school. The housing thing will be sorted out, and then I can always work and do trading online from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was actually my plan.
Okay.
And then Dre spoke to me. He's like, you know what, bro, let's like take
Take
this
it to
Warren
another level.
thing seriously now.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we like proper partner up and like do everything properly?
Legit.
Yeah, like legit. Like let's start VIP signals, or let's actually develop our strategy and actually teach people how to trade.
Yeah.
And run a forex company.
Create a good
as
company. Yeah,
as much
solid
as we are
foundation,
traders, let's run a proper forex company.
Yeah.
So that's what we wanted to do. So we went down that journey and said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. I stopped talking about moving overseas. I told my wife, like, you know what,
Let's put it on hold.
let's just take a chance with this now. And at the time, my finances were fucked. It was bad, and everything happens for a reason. And while we were going through all of these challenges, we discovered this specific broker that we could abuse a micro account.
Yeah. Yeah.
And remember something, while I'm going through all these issues and this,
Yeah.
I'm having problems with psychology, finances. Nobody knows, because like
never
you were
spoke to anyone.
you were
Yeah.
coming to me for lessons, or we were having lessons in the back office. You didn't know I was going through all these things,
Yeah.
because I kept my image secure, because I knew in the back of my mind, I just need time, because I have the skill set. It's just a matter of time before everything clicks and I make my money again, and I'll be fine. So nobody needs to know that I'm struggling, because I know I'm gonna make my money back. I just need time.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to buy time as much as possible, for as long as possible, till I know everything clicks and I'm back on track.
Sure.
So I didn't need to tell anybody my problems. I wanted to solve it within
Yourself.
within myself.
I never knew that about you.
Yeah. So we found the broker. My wife was teaching. We took a salary. We risked it. Dre was there. Dre knows, he was there.
Yeah.
So, in fact, that day when that trade happened, Dre was trading his account. I was trading my account. We both made money. But when she made money, she made a lot of money. He knows that trade. Okay, that was the second trade. The first trade that happened was, I told Dre about this account. I told him, bro, this is how I used to trade news before. We can abuse this account. And Dre wasn't aware of trading news like how I trade news.
Okay.
Like how the McDonald's trade news was.
Right.
Where you take like 2 grand to 70,000.
Yeah.
Those are the type of things we were doing. Like when Dre was trading news, he wasn't opening trades in the last 1 minute or 30
He's
seconds.
opening.
Last 15 minutes.
He was swinging.
And
He was
holding it.
swinging. Yeah, like he was looking for a high point or low point, and he was entering his trade early and then holding it through news.
Yeah. Okay.
Because at the time, the broker he was using used to go off quotes in the last 15 minutes.
It was very risky for you to try and enter a trade in the last 5 minutes, because it would either say not enough money, or it would only allow you to open small positions, which wouldn't make sense with you risking
So much money.
3 grand to make 1 grand,
And sometimes the
Yeah.
account blows before the news event.
Yeah.
So
So when we found that account, I remember we put 5 grand each. We risked that account,
yeah.
and we made like 100K. And then I was like,
From
and I remember Dre's. We got the recording somewhere.
wait.
Dre was like,
So-
doing a countdown, 50,000, 60,000,
Bro,
70,000,
I'm saying,
100,000.
I'm saying, bro, look here, 50, 60. I'm amazed now, right?
Yeah.
Then it got to a point where we go and press close all positions.
Yeah.
My man, and he's not closing.
Not closing.
Okay.
The server's frozen. So remember something, I
So-
don't even have that money, bro. I know a news event is coming up.
Right.
This is the account we're going to be using. I can't go now and tell Dre, because Dre said, hey, bro, let's put 5 grand each. I can't tell him, hey, bro, I don't have 5 grand.
Right.
So I said, okay, we'll put 5 grand. Because he knows he's thinking I got money.
Yeah.
So I told my wife, hey, you know what, I don't have the 5 grand. We need to let's trade and make 5 grand, and then we're going to take that whole 5 grand and then we're going to risk it.
Yeah.
So I've been trading small amounts and banking now, because I know when NFP comes, I'm gonna have my 5 grand ready
To trade.
I'll put 5 grand, Jay will put 5 grand. We'll put the money together. We'll risk this trade. So anyway, I made the 5 grand. I kept it aside. I didn't pay for anything. I just told my wife, just wait. let's just make it till this NFP.
Yeah.
Because now my integrity is on the line also. I don't want Dre to think, hey, fuck, Jay got no money. You know?
Right.
He doesn't know.
Right.
Put the 5 grand in. He puts the 5 grand in. This fucking trade goes in our direction. It had to, because the broker we were trading with, even if it went against us, it wasn't going to blow. It was
Okay.
like guaranteed money, bro. It had a thing called slow decay. So we used to calculate the margin cost and divide it by 500 trades. So we know what lot size to use. And we used to go max margin 500 trades. So we'll open 500 trades. We'll count now. Beforehand on a demo account, we'll go now and I did this with you before, where we go now and we say, okay, 500 trades. This is the
How long
lot
will it
size.
take?
We'll time it. We click, time it and see how long it'll take.
Yeah, yeah.
So we know, okay, if it takes us 2 minutes to crank out 500 trades, that's when we need to start entering before news. Because we can just crank non-stop. We know in the 2 minutes, the 500 trades is going to come out. So that's what we did. And it went into profits. And as it was going into profits, we decided, I think I had like 60 grand, let's close this thing. When we went to click close,
So you were closing the trade.
yeah.
So what was going through your mind when it wasn't closing?
Bro, I'm closing my app.
Right.
I'm opening my app.
Yeah,
The trade is still running. It's not closing.
Still running in
it's not
profit.
closing.
I'm now. I thought maybe it's my phone.
Yeah.
So I asked him, "What's your Wi-Fi password?" We're trying to put in his Wi-Fi. I put in the whole Wi-Fi password and I missed one.
One letter at the end, and then you click sign in, and then the fucking thing
So now I
doesn't
had
connect.
to go forget network again.
So
all this is happening.
but everything
What
is
is
and
trade,
it's fluctuating, bro.
So it's still sitting in profits though.
Still sitting in profits.
But it's fluctuating like 40,000, 60,000. It's going up and down.
Right, because it's volatile.
Now we
News
scared
event
this
is
thing, it's
volatile.
sitting
right?
in profits. We know it's gonna reverse and crash. This account can blow
Eventually,
now.
there's
Yeah,
eventually now we're looking
There's a
at all this
correction,
money. What if we don't even get to get a rand out of it?
Yeah, and in my mind now, I know this is
Your
like
5 grand.
life-changing-
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
like
yeah,
life-changing money now, because I just managed to make this 5 grand.
Yeah.
Now it's sitting at 60,000, 70,000. That's a big chunk. Like half of the money is my
So
cut.
then so then you put the Wi-Fi in so you listen to
Eventually, I don't know what happened
Yeah.
exactly, but when I pressed close all positions, all I remember seeing was the 10 going to 15, 20, 23.
Or just closing.
It was Bro, eventually I just saw it was about, I think 100 and something thousand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Jay. I just said, Jay, bro.
You were screaming, bro, because
100K.
when you click close all positions, it didn't just like close.
Close
everything.
all. Yeah, closes 1 1
It's
1
like,
1 1.
and
Yeah.
You can see the balance.
So you put in 10 grand,
10 grand.
10,000 rand,
Yeah.
and you guys made over 100,000.
So we were using Dre's phone. So we both put. I just EFT'd him the 5 grand. He funded his account to 10 grand, and we
Yeah.
traded off one phone.
Okay.
And then as the trades were closing, you could see the balance just,
Increasing. Yeah.
Dre is like 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. It is 100,000, and we fucking screaming.
Your heart must be racing.
Bro.
screaming.
Bro.
Yeah, we're screaming.
That
And
must have
then-
been a nice experience, though.
Because for me
Yeah.
personally, on a news event, well, usually when Jay and I were trading, I would trade like 3 or 4,000 rand. I would take to like 28K,
Right.
like around there. So for me, seeing 100,000 rand,
Yeah, that was like his biggest trade.
in like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
For me, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 5 times what you were genuinely.
I could
used to.
see
4 or 5
Dre's
times.
hands and stuff was shaking, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, anyone. I mean, if I was closing 100,000 or it wasn't closing, I would be nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous as well, because I know we need to bank this money. I need this money.
Yeah.
And that trade closed, and then we split our 50 grand each. And then that was like the first time I had like a chunk of money again.
Yeah.
The morale in the house changed. Everything changed.
And I'm assuming trading after that got better,
Well, how can I say it? Like
psychology wise.
Yeah, the feeling of like this is what trading is all about.
Making money.
Yeah, it's there now. So even now, that moment in time, my McDonald's trade moment in time, the specific big trades or moments in time when we had that feeling of euphoria about a trade, I always latch onto that memory. Like, see now, like today, for example, before the podcast we were speaking, I said, I'm having a fucked up day, I blew my account, I'm having car troubles, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I know, okay, even though I had a fucked up day and I blew my account,
There's
I
better days to
know
come.
now I have that memory of Dre and I in this small office room, one of the rooms in my house, we had this trade where we went to 100,000. So I know in the back of my mind we can do it again. So that's what keeps you going, because the next trade can be one of those trades. So
you
you use
mentioned
that as
yeah.
motivation.
So you mentioned that, right? So like, let's say somebody is going through a slump now,
Yeah.
right? What would you tell them? Obviously, you don't want to pull all your life savings out and put it in there.
Yeah.
But you say there's always one good or one life-changing trade around the corner.
Yeah.
What would you advise them to keep going until you hit that trade?
They need to have a trading plan. Like it's all about participating. So if you participate 10 times, out of the 10 times, you're gonna have one of those trades that's gonna stand out, and then you draw on that trade or that memory of that trade for future trades, because when you have a winning trade like that, it's easy to forget about it. But when you have like a losing streak, it like can
You
really
cling
fuck
on
with
to
your
it,
mind, bro.
yeah.
Like you can want to give up trading, and you go into like depression,
Right.
or like people start system hopping and they start looking for like different mentors,
Strategies
different
to- yeah,
strategies.
yeah.
It's like a downward spiral. So you always got to keep yourself like level headed and think, okay, this good trade that happened in the past, it can happen again, and then I'll be out of my issues, or I'll make money, or I'll be back on track. So you got to keep going. So you work, and then nothing happens. And then you keep working, nothing happens. And then eventually that one big trade happens, and then
All of a sudden, everything changes.
everything changes. So you gotta remember that moment and draw on that moment in times of difficulty. So when I had that moment with Dre, that was obviously a big moment for him as well. In the future, every time we were going through a bad patch, I'll say, you know what, remember that 100 grand trade? Let's
Want that,
try and
yeah.
replicate it.
Okay.
So after that specific trade, I now had money to trade.
Trade.
So we were trading more news events, making more money. Now we were consistently making money. The trading started getting bigger. I started, things started looking positive for me. Our actual company, the War Room, started growing. We just launched the Holy Grail strategy around
Okay,
that time.
before you go so far into it,
Yeah.
obviously you from that story, you and Dre are very close.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're talking, speaking about trading and stuff. So, how? Okay, you had the War Room talk. Sorry, this is War Room talk. You had the FX War Room group, and then you decided to open it up to the public.
Yeah.
Why though? Well, why just not just keep it in between you guys, make the money?
It's legacy, bro. Like as much as I enjoy doing something on my own, I like having people around me, brotherhood around me. I wanted to build, or we wanted to build something that was like a group effort. It was something that we could have fun with and make money off at the same time. At the end of the day, it's also a business. Yes, the forex industry has trading, and it has a business side of it as well. So from the business side, you can make money from it. And from the trading side, you can make money from it.
So, is there any doubt in starting this, or was it like, you know what, let's just go with the flow? If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, whatever.
Remember something, I'm coming from working with a different trading company. So I know what's possible.
So you know the ins and outs, what
Yeah.
to do.
So it was a no-brainer for me to say, Dre, let's do this thing. I know what needs to be done.
Yeah.
This is how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we're gonna trade and we're gonna make a lot of money. So while all of that is happening, the company is not making money, bro.
Yeah.
The company is not making money. We are making money from trading. We are trading news events. We are going full margin. We're making big money. For a while, we did it for like 1 year straight, where we fucking milked it, bro. Now, when that happened and we went on the streak and we were milking it, it was important for me. I knew I was just banking all my money.
Sure.
I wasn't donating it back to the market. I was withdrawing it and stashing it and then trying to replicate it again.
Right.
So if I made 100,000 rand trade, I didn't just take the 100,000 rand and fund a 100,000 rand account. I had like a trading plan of how much money I'm gonna trade, and I kept on compounding and trading like that and trying to withdraw. But the big trade that actually like really changed things for me was the 500,000 rand trade. It wasn't like a 500,000 rand trade in one trade.
Oh.
It was making all that money over 3 trades. It was a NFP, PPI, and CPI. There was just 3 trades, bro. In those 3 trades, it was a trade where my wife took a salary and she put it down on that trade. This is now when we first started and we found out about this broker. We did that first 100,000 and trade. I sorted out things in the house and whatever I was falling back behind. And then obviously that 50 grand was finished. It wasn't like finished, but it was like finished. So we took a chance and we said, okay, this is how we're going to do it again. I funded again. She funded the 8 grand. Dre funded an amount on his side. I funded an amount on my side. And that big trade went to like 100,000. How much it went to? Like 100,000, 150,000. Yeah. This was October 2023. So that trade went into big profits. We rolled over that trade for PPI, which was the following week, and then CPI. And then when we were trying to do the withdrawals on those accounts, the money wasn't coming in. It was just saying pending.
Okay.
All the screenshots are, if you go to our free group on Telegram and you backtrack to that date, October 2023, you'll see all the screenshots are still in the chat there, bro, where I was saying, these are all my withdrawals. The actual screen recordings of the trades are there. Okay. I went back recently and I sent it to you on Telegram and I was like, 100%. Bro, you remember these days? And you're like, yeah, but this is where it all started.
100%.
So it's in our chats, it's there. Anybody that joins the group you can go back and still see it.
Right.
Yeah. In our free group on Telegram, it's there. You can go back to October 2023. You can see our entire history there of all the screenshots, all the withdrawals, all the pending withdrawals, all the documents that the broker sent me, the investigation documents. I was posting everything. The entire process
so
is
you
there.
went under investigation for making that large amount?
Yeah, I went under investigation for taking a small amount to a large amount. So they thought we were doing something illegal or chipping the system or doing whatever it is.
Right.
But we were just abusing the broker. And the investigation went on October, November, December, 3-month investigation.
Yeah.
It was an investigation where they even requested like proof of residence again.
Yeah.
They requested bank statements.
Also, just make sure it's you or...
I don't know what they were doing, bro. But they requested all these things. And I was scared. I remember I was telling Jay, bro, I need this money. And, it was like a lifeline. Because I know if this money comes in also, it's a good backing for our company. If you want to do things, we can invest. We can do things. And he, we used to speak for hours on end. Every night, you're like, bro, you think this money is going to come in? What if this money not going to come in?
So what was going through your mind?
Bro, he was there for me, bro. I'm not going to lie. It's like...
What did you also have money in account where he said he's pending, so you went and checked yours?
No. I also had. Mine was also pending. You must remember something.
Yeah.
We were in that together.
Yeah.
So if they were obviously investigating his account,
investigating your account,
the same thing happened.
So what happened was, when that 500,000 and withdrawal happened, we were running an IB.
Right.
With a specific broker. So there was a lot of clients that were trading under us. So when that investigation got launched in October, I don't know how many 100 clients we had, but everyone's accounts got frozen. Yeah. Even people that were trading with 500 rand. Even people that were trading...
They blocked them?
Bro, they froze everyone's funds.
Oh, that's hectic.
So even his funds were frozen.
So, and we used to speak about this every single day, Jay and I, for hours. Talking about if you look at our calls, 3 hours, 4 hours. And one day, I'll never forget this, but you see, I check my stuff. I check my emails and everything.
He doesn't. I know he doesn't.
I don't check my emails.
So I woke up in the morning and I'm scrolling through my emails and I see an email and it says, withdrawal approved.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this, I'm seeing, it's been like 3 months now.
Yeah.
It finally got approved.
Yeah.
So you got...
Before that money even came to my bank account, I know I saw it approved. I know it's going to come. I phoned Jay. I said, bro, guess what? He says, what? I said, now I'm playing with him. I say, you'll never believe it. He says, what, Jay? What? Fucking talk,
Yeah.
I'm saying, bro, check your emails. He says, for what? I said, just check your emails and see if you got any withdrawals approved.
Okay.
So he waits a while and then he says, fuck's sake, bro. I'm like, what happened? He says, bro, the withdrawal is approved. 500 fucking thousand. More excitement. Bro. I never had a man so happy in my whole life.
I can't even, bro, getting 500,000 in your account, that's crazy.
Bro, everyone, I know it happened late at night. It was like at midnight that email came through. Like everyone was sleeping in the house. It was just me alone. I went to the spare bedroom and I was like in disbelief. It felt
very surreal,
It was like, fuck, like I can't believe this is actually happening.
Yes.
You know, it was a letter stating that unfortunately it was like it started off bad. It's
Yeah.
like, unfortunately, we regret to inform you that your business contract with this specific broker
Right,
has
yeah,
been
yeah.
terminated. Blah 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 blah. But however, at the end, we are gonna process your withdrawal, and then that's
So
it.
they held your
So they-
500,000 for 3 months.
And then Jay starts sending me, Jay starts sending me screenshots now. The next day, he just sends me screenshots, bank account screenshots,
Yeah.
bank notifications, sorry.
Oh.
150,000, 200 something thousand.
That was, I mean, the
another
best.
100,000. Each one came individually.
ca-
Didn't come as
Oh,
a
okay, didn't come as
500,000.
500.
Yeah,
Right.
it came in batches.
So
So I remember the first payment came in 8,000 because that was the initial capital that we took the trade on.
Oh,
So when that first 8,000 and payment came, I was like, fuck, they're only paying us back the capital. What
Oh,
about
and
the
the other
profits?
part.
iPhone? I'm like, bro, never paid the 500,000. Yes, they paid, but they only paid the 8 grand. What the fuck is happening? I phoned the account manager. I'm arguing. Then she sent on the WhatsApp. She said, yes, that was the first payment. So I asked on the message, how much more is coming through? She gave a full calculation. This is how much is outstanding. All the payments are gonna come through in batches. I was like, yes. Got in writing screenshots, send it to Dre. Dre, the money is coming.
everything happy. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Then within like 2 days, all that money came.
So, some brokers can make you hold, eh?
Bro, so everyone's accounts got unblocked, but my
Your
business
IB and
relationship
everything,
was
yeah.
completely gone. The IB was gone. And remember something, at the time when we first started off War Room, it was just Jay and I, right?
Yeah.
And then we had a few clients that approached us and they wanted to become like signal providers and stuff for us. This is now taking you a bit back, right?
This was
I'm
before all of
taking
this
you back
happened.
through a little bit of drama. So when we launched FX War Room,
Yeah.
we launched it was just Dre and I,
Sure.
right? We brought on other people like Pumlani and whatever, but they all didn't. It was a startup company and they couldn't see the vision, right? So everybody else died off. It was just Dre and I. So we were forced to take on other people that approached us and said they want to become like. They wanted to do Nasdaq signals and
Signal providers.
yeah, they want to be signal
Yeah.
providers. So there was these two guys that came on as friends. They were friends. They knew each other. They came on board. So when they came on board, they obviously had access to all our clients that we built up.
Sure, yeah. Because they're signal providers. They're part of the company, everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the relationship and the bond was there. We treated them like brothers, because because that's how we are. You know how we are.
Yeah.
Like all for one for all, and that's what we thought. But while that was happening, they went and opened up a secret trading company on the side.
Those are the two that joined you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were busy planning to launch their own company, right? And at the time when we built our clientele, it was all paid services.
Right.
So we had a list of paid clients. And then randomly on TikTok, bro, I came across, some screenshots and some things that look very similar to the way these guys were sending out signals.
That's what, yeah, that's what he came across on the same day. Now, how amazing is this? That's what he sees.
Yeah.
And then he sends them to
Randomly,
me, and then I tell him, hey, you know what, bro? I got added to a free group, and the way this guy gives out his signals with specific emojis and stuff like
It's the
that,
same way this guy was
it's
doing.
exactly the same in this group here. I'm saying, bro, look at these two things. Doesn't this look like so and so and so signals? And he says, you know what? I was just thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah. So I
Is
went
that
down.
how you caught on?
Listen, yeah. So
Yeah.
I was still in disbelief, and then I joined all the groups.
Yeah.
Because it was a free link that's there. Join all the groups. When I joined all the groups, and I scrolled up to the chat, I saw this company started a while ago. And then the red receipts were there, so you could see who's sending the messages.
Oh.
Right? And their names were there. I was like, okay, fuck. Okay, these guys are snaking us. You know? These guys are snaking us. So I didn't tell them anything. I told Dre. Dre is like, fuck these snakes. You know, we don't fucking need them. You know, this is bad. So we obviously had to address the situation. So I remember I told him, hey, guys, let's jump onto a video call. You know,
All of you guys, yeah?
all the guys. Let's jump on a video
Yeah.
call. So we're going through a video call, having a normal conversation. I was like, you know what? I want to ask you all something. Whose company is this? Like, you know? They're like, I don't know. I don't know whose company is this. What are you guys talking about?
Right.
You know? Then I said, okay, wait. I had to pull out my phone. I did a screen recording.
Yeah.
The screen recording went up to the chats. I showed all the chats, everything. I stopped the screen recording. I sent it in a group chat. I was like, look at this. They
Right.
look at it, they're like dumbfounded, bro.
Because obviously their names are on it, eh?
They dumbfounded, bro.
Yeah.
They know they're like caught. And they're like, sorry, we didn't mean for this to happen.
They didn't,
You know?
yeah?
Yeah, they're like, even though that's happening, we still want to stay on board with the war room.
Maybe we
Because-
can do a partnership.
partnership. Because their plan was secretly run this group, and as clients are coming into the war room, slowly pull them out.
Yeah, they were
So now this is now we're catching them off guard because their company, they're just trying to launch it, and as they're trying to launch it, we already found out about it. So they didn't have time to
Grow.
grow.
All right.
So yes, they and what they did was they we doing paid services. They said, okay, for the next 6 months, we're gonna do everything for free. So a lot of our paid clients, they know, okay, these signal providers, we're paying them for signals, and the same guys that we're paying for signals went and launched a company and they're gonna do it for free. So might as well go to the free company.
Yeah, because they're sending the signals either way.
So after like maybe 1 year of building our company, everything went dead in the water, and it's like we got to restart this company from scratch. Because when they did that, they went and they manually added all those clients into their free group.
Okay.
So we lost all our clients, and at the same time, we went through the thing with the broker where they terminated our business contract.
So you were down, like both of you.
Bro, imagine now in terms of we grew this company over X amount of time, all the hardships we went through, all the mentorships we were doing, all the time and effort we were putting into these clients.
Moved it off.
Yeah, bro. And then these guys snaked us, and they pulled our entire company under our feet. It was gone. They took all our clients, and there was no way of getting those clients back because those clients were locked in with a different company for 6 months for free. So we didn't even bother. We like, okay, I told Dre, you know what, this is a fuck up situation. This is the worst as is. It's not going to get any worse than this anyway. We lost our broker and we lost all our clients. We're starting from zero all over again. And that's the reason why the loyalty is there with HFM, because I told Dre we're going to have this meeting with HFM. Let's play open cards because this is our situation. So we played open cards with Alex from HFM, and we told him this is what the guys did. This is the situation of our company. We have potential because this is what work we did in terms of building a brand, in terms of working with a broker, in terms of the forex business side of things.
Right.
This is what we accomplished in a 1 year period or 7 months period or whatever it is. And we need a broker to take a chance on us because now we're starting fresh. Firstly, we can't work with a broker that's not going to pay our clients. And at this time, when we were speaking, having this meeting with HFM, the other broker, that 500K didn't come in yet.
So you're still jumping, you dropping brokers while waiting for that.
Yeah, while this is happening now, imagine now all our money is frozen. Everybody,
Yeah.
people can't even trade, bro.
Yeah, because
So,
you're under
like,
your IB.
So that 3-month period towards the end, when things started getting shaky, those guys went and launched their own company. Because they're like thinking, hey, war room is fucked. You know?
Yeah.
War room is fucked, you know? So we had the meeting with HFM. The first meeting we had with HFM, we spoke to a different guy. It didn't go so well. And then I don't know whether Alex came on board that time or whatever it is, but he contacted us for a second meeting.
So he called you guys back.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
And when he scheduled a second meeting, remember we were having meetings with multiple brokers, and people were treating us like shit, bro. You remember how bad XM treated us?
Well,
Let's not name and shame.
Yeah. Okay. We can beep that out somewhere, can we?
No, we don't need to because
No?
it's the truth is what happened.
Yeah.
Not to say they're a bad broker. It's just the people that were specifically working for them at that time. They just treated us badly like we were nobodies. A lot of brokers did that for
Sure.
us.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming they wanted to see credibility.
They wanted to see numbers. They want to see
Yeah.
credibility. When you're approaching them and telling them this is what you can do, this is what you did, but you don't have any numbers to back you up, because we didn't have any numbers. Everything was, I couldn't even log into my previous broker
To show them, yeah.
Yeah, it was all gone. The information was pulled. So I explained everything to Alex at HFM. We told them, take a chance on us. And I'm not gonna lie, the reason why my loyalty is with them is because he didn't have to do what he did for us, because we could have just taken that money and ran. But he gave us, like, how can I say, 3 months working capital upfront.
Okay.
He gave us 3 months working capital upfront to like launch our business and to do like cost for like seminars for
So you put a
whatever we
lot
want.
of faith in you guys, yeah.
100%.
Huge faith,
Yeah.
bro. Like he shouldn't have done that, because we could have just taken that money and then ran away.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know us.
He didn't know us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He didn't know us. But he took a chance on us, bro, and he gave us that money, and we took that money and we invested it into our trading portfolios. We actually made a lot of money from that money,
Okay.
and
And that's how you launched, well, FX Forum.
yeah,
Bigger,
because when that other 500K came in, the ball was rolling with HFM already.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when that 500K came in, I just locked it away. I put it into a fixed deposit,
Okay.
because I knew, okay, we'll save it for a rainy day, in case Dre and I need to do something, or in case I end up in a bad situation again. I have something on the side.
Yeah.
So I started fresh, and we worked our way. I know when we started with HFM, within 7 months, we were the biggest in KZN.
Yeah.
It, like,
HFM.
With HFM, bro.
Yeah.
We grew our company exponentially within 7 months, and they were even shocked with how fast we grew our company. And we grew a company the right way, teaching people. Like, we wasn't charging people like 10 grand for mentorship, and
Yeah. I remember. We taught a class, I think, of 100 people for free.
yeah, we took
Yeah,
on
so we
100.
took
We
on
took,
100,
we took
yeah.
100 students, advanced mentorship from scratch to end for free.
Yeah.
No other company is going to do that.
And
I
they're
don't know of it.
profitable. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, they send screenshots. Yeah. They send on the
Imagine that's joy for us, bro. Like, I mean, when some clients are reaching out and actually saying, what, you've changed our lives, and they're able to do so much of other things that they wouldn't have been able to do if it wasn't for what we've taught them or what they've learned
Yeah.
from FX Warum.
Yeah.
For us, that's it's a blessing. Helping people out is a blessing for you.
100%,
Because
yeah.
you're actually giving them the knowledge to
Make
probably
money.
bless someone else. Maybe if you're teaching someone that's eventually going to go and show it to their children one day.
Yeah.
And
It's a skill you'll never forget.
100%,
and
bro. Like,
it's-
what separates a normal person or a normal working class person from a trader? If I have to ask you, what is a trader? I don't know what your answer might be, but my answer to what a trader would be is a person that's trading money for freedom. Where else, if you're looking at everyone else, they're trading their freedom for money.
Yeah.
So that knowledge is from Forex is power, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
And at that time, the reason why we did that 100 students or whatever it is that we took on for free is because we didn't need to make money off people. We were making money on our own, and we said, okay, let's give back.
Yeah.
Like, God is blessing us, let's give back. So we didn't need those people to pay for anything. When we took on those 100 students, we told them, right, we're going to teach you all how to trade, so you all don't need to rely on signals. We don't want you all, like, a lot of people that come into the mentorship group, we say, right, delete all the signal groups, focus on the mentorship, be sustainable traders, learn how to trade on your own, don't rely on another man to feed you.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's what we always spoke about. So people like say, these guys are legit. They're not doing it for money. They're not doing it for like anything from us. They're teaching us this thing, like proper skill set. You were doing lessons every day.
Almost every day. Yeah.
Yeah, you would, especially you at a lot of credit goes to you, because you took on those 100 students as much as I took them on, but you really mentored them the way I mentored you.
Yeah.
Like, you went into proper detail, and you did well. A lot of those guys even left those mentorship programs, and they left the signals, and they left their jobs and they became full-time traders.
Yeah.
You know, some people even started their own forex companies.
Yeah, well, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah. So, in fact, that is why we stopped the free mentorship.
Yeah.
The reason why we stopped it
So-
is because people were like taking our information
And,
and like saying, okay, right now let's go do our own thing.
yeah.
So, like, as much as now you're gonna give back to the community, then some people
you
are
also
not
got to watch your back.
people are
as
not
well.
loyal to you. They just wanna
Yeah.
stab you in the back.
Well, we had some very good students as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope we're going to have a chat with Sol on Sunday. So maybe he'll give more information about that.
Yeah.
But it was exciting times as well with the FX War Room and all of that teaching. But what I want to speak about with you two is FX, what's it, 2 years old, the War Room?
I think this is our second year running
Second
now.
year. And for you and yourself, Dre, seeing the growth of it so fast, how did you guys handle it? Was it just like, let's just go with it? Or was it too much for you guys at one stage?
Well, deep down, I knew it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
I knew where we were heading,
Yeah.
and it was just milestone after milestone getting ticked off.
Yeah.
The main thing was the goals that we set, but we manifested it. We
Yeah.
set specific things for ourselves.
Yeah.
Right.
And like I'll give you an example. We spoke about a podcast. That's just one thing.
I remember this.
Right, let's talk about this. You know,
I know, yeah.
about the podcast.
And right now, look at where we are.
Yeah,
We made sure that it happened. Whatever we spoke about, it was done.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like we started the podcast talk that we spoke about. We were like buying things off Take a Lot. You know, like
Yeah, I
cheap-
remember. Yeah, yeah.
cheap equipment.
So-
you were gonna make the dining room table, and we were gonna have one small
Chairs.
section.
Yeah.
In the
So
old
initially we were
office.
supposed to do it at home.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I remember. So we measured the place out. We said, okay, we'll put a couch there. We'll put a couch there. We're gonna get the clip-on
Yeah.
mics and everything. So
Yeah.
that was crazy. And then, well, now we're here. We got proper.
Now we got
equipment,
200,000 and worth of equipment. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, but like you guys always had the vision of FX War Room where you wanted to be, and we into the new year now. What is the vision for this year? I know we got a good broker, HFM. I know. Well, you guys can speak a little bit about the relationship you guys have with them. They've treated us well. But what is the vision going forward in 2025 for you guys and like as a company as a whole?
You see, with basically the times, we need to grow our company with the present times, which is the future.
Yeah.
Like if you look at what's the fastest growing thing right now at the moment is AI. AI is changing everyday lives. It's in everything. It's in your phone. You have ChatGPT that, damn, it can do anything for you.
Yeah.
So I would say in saying that we need to incorporate that into trading to obviously simplify it and help our students or help traders make trading easy.
Yeah.
So we actually have developed an AI bot that actually tells you the day before a news event based on statistics
Yeah.
of what is projected to be for the NFP from past to present.
Yeah.
It would give you the signal day before. So it would tell you whether NFP is going to be a buy or CPI is going to be a sell the day before. And it actually, if you want, you can obviously use that and trade on your own, take the trade on your own based off what it's giving you, or it actually does the trade for you, puts in stop losses for you, take profits for you automatically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you posted a lot of that on TikTok. Eh?
Yeah.
You
But
reviewed
just to
it.
rectify, we did not develop it because we're not coders.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
Yeah.
so
You
we
came up with
obviously
the
partnered
idea.
up with the developer,
Yeah.
and they helped, get everything automated. But we're currently working with the same developer. We're launching a website to automate all of our trading stuff. We have specific strategies that we use within our company.
Yeah.
So we're busy developing automated bots that will trade those specific strategies.
Right.
So we're trying to get everything as automated as possible because the amount of feedback we're getting from, we're putting ourselves out there, and then there's hundreds of messages that are coming back.
Yeah.
And it's difficult, especially if you're running a business, to reply to each of these people
Yeah,
individually. It's
your
bad.
your
And
inbox
then
is flooded.
yeah, and then a lot of people are saying, hey, these guys don't reply, or they're not getting the proper customer service, or it's difficult now to teach people to like how to use MetaTrader from scratch. And
Yeah, yeah,
because now we have advanced students, then we have beginner students, and then we're dealing with everybody.
yeah.
So we're trying to automate everything as possible. So if people come in, there is a product for each person according to their trading style. If they want advanced mentorship, they can come into the full program. If they don't know anything about trading, we set them up with like a starter bot. Like we want to create a robot that we want to give out to all our clients for free, like an entry level one.
You're right.
That we want to give out for free. So everybody that comes to War Room, we don't want money from you. There's a free bot.
Like a starter pack.
As a starter pack.
Mhm.
And then we obviously want to have like a holy grail strategy bot.
Yeah.
Because we already got the fundamental bots
Yes,
done.
yes.
Then we want to do we got a new two new strategies that we developed that we want to implement that into bots as well. So we're going to try and make everything automated trading, try and get it linked up on people's phones as well. So a lot of bots require only laptops or PCs.
Yes.
So we want to try and get it automated onto like mobile bots.
So you can just walk around and automatically trade for you.
So trades on people's phones.
Okay.
A lot of people that don't have laptops, the bots will work on their phones.
Okay, right.
So we're working with the HFM, discussing all those ideas and putting things in place. They're obviously also paying for resources to get
Yeah,
these things
yeah.
developed. So there's a lot of things that we're planning to try and scale up the business to unlimited potential.
Right.
I always tell Jay this. Always do something or get into a business that has unlimited potential. I hate it when people want to open up like a car wash.
Right.
Because now you're going to go slog away at this car wash and it's just one car wash. Yes, it has scalable potential to open multiple franchises and
Sure,
a lot of
yeah.
hard work. But I always say, like, if you're going to run a business, don't go open up a shop or something small where you can only go so far.
You're right.
No matter how much work you put in, it can only go so far. You need to get into a business that has unlimited potential. Like our business that we're currently in has unlimited potential because it's something we work remotely and it's
Yeah.
global. Like we have clients from all over the world,
100%.
multiple countries, whatever it
Okay.
is.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
teaching things online. We're not stuck renting
In
an
one
office
place,
or having a one small business that we only can deal with clients from that specific area.
That's what you're saying.
So our business has unlimited potential. That is why I will give it my all for what we have, and especially the team that we built around us. Like we're doing something. Yes, we're doing it to make money. End of the day,
Yeah.
right?
Of course.
But the brotherhood that we formed a solid team. Like from experience, we got snaked by multiple people. So going forward, it was a challenge to like identify who can I trust.
Right.
Dre and I always have this conversation. When I told him, Dre, I need to bring in Surav. Surav, I mentored him well. He knows his stuff. I want to bring him onto the team. This is what I want him to do for us.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. Then I spoke to you. I was like, Surav,
Yeah, I remember that.
let's
I
do
remember
this.
the
This is
conversation.
what I need you to do. This is how I need you to teach the students, whatever it is. Then we were looking for more people because we needed X amount of people to do what we needed to do.
Yeah.
And remember in the beginning I said Pumlani left us because the company was nothing. He didn't
You didn't realize.
went back, spoke to him, was like, Pumlani, you remember this company? Look at where it is now.
Yeah.
Come on board, use Zulu speaking. A lot of students that are coming into our mentorship program, a lot of them are Zulu speaking.
Yeah.
And we teach everything in English.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there's a problem there, miscommunication there. So it's important, like Pumlani is in now, he's going to handle Zulu lessons.
Yeah.
So people that want to partake in Zulu
Speaking.
mentorships, we got a Zulu mentor.
Okay.
We even got people that do Afrikaans.
Okay.
We got
Yeah.
and then we're doing English.
That's
know,
nice.
so
yeah.
we're
you're
trying to
diverse.
serve as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and be professional as possible. Try not to give bad customer service. It's been 2 years. We kept our name clean.
Yeah.
Talking about keeping our name clean. When ADHD did our, she did a review on our company.
Yeah. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So remember those guys that snaked us at the beginning?
Yes.
Those guys went behind our back, contacted ADHD, and spoke shit about us, bro. They spoke shit about us, saying we this, we that, we whatever.
Not
And
realizing you guys get along with ADHD.
at this time, we didn't know ADHD.
Oh, you
Yeah,
didn't
we
know.
don't know.
She
Okay.
phoned and she's like, "Listen, Jay, this is what has been said about you.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I don't believe this because from what I can see and the way you handle yourself and the way you handle your groups and the community that you have,
Yeah.
what this guy is saying is completely untrue." So she wanted to know, why would somebody even say that?
Now, she wanted to know that because we put her into everything of ours.
Yeah.
I remember.
Just to
yes, I
have a
remember
look at
this.
how we
Yeah.
operate.
Yeah.
So our mentorships,
Signal
our
groups.
signal groups, everything. So she has been there for a long time just to see how we operate as
Because
a,
her
as a company.
content is exposing scammers. Like,
Yeah. So you wanted her to give an honest review.
Honest
Honest
review,
review on
yeah.
what she thought of us.
Yeah.
Obviously, if she said something bad, we'd know what to fix.
Yeah.
Right.
So we were just looking for honest review
Yeah.
by someone that looks for details like
Yeah.
that, you
I
know?
understand what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
So
That's
she
hectic, man.
So she put out a video to say that, she's doing a review on FX War Room. Please follow for the updates.
Yeah.
And I think they found out that we're doing a review with her, and they
Oh, so
contacted
that's
her
when you
and they were like
contact. Yeah.
talking shit about us, and then they said, "Why don't you do a review on us?" And they were trying to get a review from her, and then she phoned me and she said, "I don't trust these guys. They seem like they're snakes. Like what drama went down?" Because I didn't want to tell anybody what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I explained to her the whole drama. And she's like, "Yo, fuck these guys,
Yeah.
these snakes,
Crazy, man.
And loyalty is a big part of our team. Because you got
Yeah.
Akil, loyal as hell. Mo, you, Pumlani, Dre. The team that we have is not just a random people that were just put into place.
100%,
We
yeah.
specifically discussed each individual before we brought them onto the team and what part they're going to play in the company. And the main thing is forming this brotherhood and loyalty of doing things because it's more fun. Like, see, now we're doing the podcast, we're doing it together.
Yeah.
We now we're traveling to Joburg, the entire team,
The whole team.
the
Yeah.
whole
That's
team
gonna be cool.
to do podcasts.
Yeah.
It's the best job in the world, bro. It's fun.
100%.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Hang around with people you chilling with,
Yeah.
talking just like just general talk.
So imagine now you get to travel with your boys, doing cool shit, making money along the way,
Yeah.
forming a legacy, building memories.
Yeah.
What else you gonna do?
That's true, man. What I want to know, let's talk about HFM a little bit
Okay.
because we love to talk about HFM here. What is your relationship with HFM? I know I've never met the guys there. I think we met Langa recently. We had an interview with him.
Langa's new.
But like I always heard you speak about Alex, Sophoria, Francois, those guys over there, and they played a big part in boosting FX War Room. As you said, they funded a little bit of here and there.
Yeah.
Let's speak a little bit about that and your relationship with them.
So a lot of things, the huge respect goes to them because a lot of things when we started with HFM, the broker it didn't have things that we liked. Like, for example, when you did withdrawals, they used to always charge you
fee.
a banking fee.
Yeah.
The spreads, we had specific accounts where the spreads were not so nice. Then they had specific accounts where the leverage wasn't right.
Also, we are margin costs.
Yeah, like before, I think the leverage on indices was 1:500. We got them to bump it up to 1:1000.
Margin cost was a little bit higher for US 30. and
Yeah.
So when you guys got in with HFM, there was things you weren't happy about just on the trading side.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah,
in terms of
there was
the
a
other
lot of
stuff.
problems. There was like when you do a withdrawal, you're only getting paid like 2 days later. Everything was like there was like things
Some
like
teething problems here and there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they obviously blind to it because they focus within their own broker. They don't know we've been around using all multiple brokers.
Right.
So we know from each broker all the nice things. So in fact, they had a meeting. They called us for a meeting at the airport. The Joseph, he's the head of HFM Africa. So him and Alex, they flew down to Durban Airport. Dre and I drove to the airport to have a meeting at the airport, and then they flew back. So he flew
Okay.
from Cyprus, came down, had the meeting with us, flew back to Cyprus. So when they had the meeting with us at the airport, like I know we rocked up there with documents of
Yeah.
list. We had copies for each person.
Okay.
And I just gave out the copies and we went through the entire list. Okay, these are all the things that all the other brokers have that we really enjoy. And these are all the things that HFM has, but it's terrible. Like withdrawals are bad. They're charging us commissions. The leverage is bad. This is bad. That is bad.
So you basically
Jay
went
was
there.
shitting it, bro. Jay was shitting it. He's like, Jay, you can't tell these people this.
So basically, you went. He flew from Cyprus to
Yeah.
Durban just for you to insult him about his own
I
company.
insulted them very bad, bro. On the
Yeah.
paper, I was like, this is what the other broker does.
Yeah.
This is and I said, this is what HFM does and it sucks. This is like, on the document I said, and it sucks, and these
Yeah.
are all the changes that needs to be made. And we had everything listed. And when we were speaking about it, they were like, fighting us and like shouting and like
Is it?
but we were having like constructive conversation.
Right.
It was risky to do what we did. And then we thought, we are nobodies. These guys are we're having this meeting. Yeah, we're showing them all our problems.
Right.
And then they'll say, yeah. And then they'll
And
just
then
forget
brush it
about
off, yeah.
Brush it off. And that's kind of how the meeting went. And then we gave them our documents. They took it. And then that was it. We didn't hear from them for a while. And then slowly an email came through. No more bank charges on withdrawals.
Yeah.
Then an email came through, leverage is changed to 1:1,000 on indices. Then the email came through, immediate withdrawals. Now you do a withdrawal HFM 5 minutes,
5 minutes
later
later, yeah.
in the bank account.
And people that are using HFM don't realize that all of these nice things that
Yeah.
they're enjoying on HFM have been changed because of J and I.
So
Yeah.
FX War Room played a big part in changing a lot of stuff
Things, eh?
for HFM that a lot of people in South Africa are enjoying right now. So
Okay.
having that feedback or communication with the bosses of HFM and saying that they're really listening to our issues and they're actually doing things about it. Sometimes they don't make the changes immediately, but it's in the pipeline and it's
100%.
going to happen.
They're listening to you, but it eventually does happen. Okay.
It does happen. So no other broker is going to do that for you.
Yeah.
So
And
the loyalty is
and
there.
why pick HFM?
7 licenses,
Seven licenses.
multi-regulated international broker.
Yeah.
So your money is safe. That was obviously the first thing that we spoke about initially when we had our meeting with them, because we had a problem where our withdrawals were getting
Held back.
Yeah, an investigation. So with HFM, no matter what, even if you do something wrong, they will pay you first before they take any action against you. So your money is guaranteed no matter what.
Okay.
So
That's good. You're
having
safe on
that,
that
yeah,
side.
having that backing, knowing that even if you bring a client in and they make 10 million rand, you know they're gonna get paid their 10 million rand,
And then get investigated.
whatever it is, but they're
Yes,
gonna get
yeah,
their money.
yeah.
So
Okay.
the investor confidence is there.
Okay.
So
That's good.
it's excellent. And I always said to Dre, we don't wanna jump from broker to broker. If you look at the industry, there's a guy will be with Rocket X one day, then he's not with Rocket X the next day.
Yeah.
Or like he'll jump from one broker to another broker. And then a lot of these Forex influencers are just jumping from broker to broker to broker because they want to get a deal from a broker.
Yeah.
Then they can't commit to that deal. Then they move to
Move to
another
another
broker
one.
to get another deal. And then
That's
they
how it
can't
is,
commit to that deal and move to another. Doesn't work, bro. So we're starting with one broker and then we're going to stay with one broker. And we're going to build a relationship with one broker that's multi-regulated, international.
100%.
Yeah.
And you build that relationship, good or bad, you show loyalty, bro. It's like
Yeah.
a marriage. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have ups and downs, but you can fight with them. Like I know we've had meetings where we flew up to Joburg and we had 3-hour, 4-hour meetings where we're fighting with the guys in a boardroom, bro.
Yeah.
bro.
Jay knows.
Pure
Jay
heat.
turns red. He's like, and I'm talking about we arguing.
But things get
It's
done.
heated, bro. And then at the end of a meeting, it's like it's all love.
Yeah.
It's just a meeting. It's a negotiation.
Mm.
And the next day, everything's back to normal. So
That's good.
the respect is there,
Yeah.
and it's enjoyable.
That's good, man. Before we end off, Trey, your vision for FX War Room and what is the goal for the War Room this year?
Just to keep up with times, keep up with the future.
Yeah.
Obviously, to create a better future for the company. Honestly, with our team together, all of us. We all play a vital role in War Room, and I believe with the brotherhood and us sticking strongly together,
Yeah.
it's to the moon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%.
So, from your point of view,
Yeah.
we have this podcast. Nobody asks you anything.
Yeah.
So you talk about it. Tell us your journey.
Well, on a quick thing,
A
as I
quick one.
said,
Yeah,
quick
from
one.
start to
Obviously,
end.
I went. I studied sports management in University of Johannesburg. Couldn't get a job.
Yeah.
Studied 4 years, couldn't get a job. Very hard to find a job. Got into business, and that's when I met you because I was buying fabric from you. So I think it was my dad that came to your factory
Yeah.
to buy some fabric, and then you told him about it, and he told me about it. I was like, you know what? Now the thing around forex is like it's a scam.
Yeah. The
So
stigma.
that's what I thought as well. But I was like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. So I came, I met you, got into the mentorship. Oh, I started taking signals first.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. So I didn't realize when he said sell that you could sell. Like I was in this mindset that you can only buy.
Surab didn't know anything.
So I would buy and then he'll send a sell signal. So I'll close the trade. But I'll close the trade in like minus. And I was like, I don't know what was going on. So it's like, no, what? Come for the mentorship, learn how everything is done. So I got into the mentorship, took a while. I think it was like, what, 7 months on
Yeah.
the mentorship?
3 times a week.
3 times a week. I should nag him. I should message him, be like, you free? He'd be like, yeah, okay, come through.
Yeah.
I should go for mentorship.
We didn't
go
have
for it.
tests, bro.
They had tests and everything. I remember he should make everyone put 100 Rand down, highest mark you see, take the money and put in the news event.
Yeah.
So it was just, I think it was 2 days before the news event, you should have a test. Everyone puts 100 Rand in, highest mark gets the money for the news event.
Yeah.
I should do that all the time. And yeah, it was good fun.
It was good fun.
Yeah, I think just after the mentorship ended, you messaged me and you're like, you want to send signals? I was like, no. And he's like, you know, just do it. And if you're not happy with it, then we can call it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me give it a shot. And I remember the first day of sending signals, I hit stop loss. And then Jay's like, you know what, send another signal, don't worry. I was like, okay, let me send another one. I hit a stop loss again. And I messaged him, I was like, you know what, I can't do this. But then, yeah, we just pushed on from there. And as you get into it,
Yeah.
it gets a bit easier. Obviously, you get your hard months, you get your good months. But yeah, it's fun, man. I'll actually got to be thankful for actually taking that first step, coming for mentorship, taking the signals. And, well, yeah, now we're here.
Now you're a mentor. You're a host of a podcast.
Yeah.
Now we're traveling with everybody together.
Crazy. Yeah. Well, to be honest, I never thought it'd come to this. And I don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys, what's the future? Like, I don't know where we could be next year. Or we could be doing a podcast maybe overseas.
Doesn't matter. As long as we have each other,
Yeah.
we'll do something fun. It'll always be a good time.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't fail. How can we fail?
Never know. Maybe season 3 of this podcast will be in Dubai.
Hey, Dubai's a nice place, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to say before we end?
No, man. Just keep following us. See what's up next on the War Room Talk, and let's do great things, man. At a young age.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yourself, Dre?
All good. All good. All good.
That's all good. Cool, guys. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment to see who you want to see next on the show. Please stay in touch with us. We've got some exciting content coming this year. Take care. Thanks for watching.
Need to shoot film quality content creators?